Welcome to Republicalandia, land of committees and traffic lights. Republicalandia, a landlocked nation known for its love of bureaucracy and questionable culinary choices. It was a place where committees were as abundant as pigeons in the town square. And trust me, the pigeons were thriving. In Republicalandia, every minor issue from the price of potatoes to the optimal angle for street signs required a committee. These committees, often formed with more members than a moderately successful mariachi band, were notorious for their lengthy deliberations. Meetings could stretch on longer than a telenovela, with more plot twists and dramatic pronouncements. Often, the original purpose of the committee faded into the background, much like the memory of a bad haircut. But within the labyrinthine corridors of Republicalandia's government buildings, something truly bizarre was afoot. Something that would challenge the very fabric of this committee-loving nation. It involved synchronized traffic lights. Yes, you read that right. Synchronized traffic lights. Paco el Curioso, a man whose curiosity was only surpassed by his impressive collection of bottle caps, was a man of simple pleasures. He enjoyed a good cup of coffee, a spirited game of dominoes, and pondering the mysteries of the universe. One day, while navigating the urban jungle of Republicalandia's capital, Paco noticed something peculiar. The traffic lights, usually as coordinated as a flock of startled pigeons, were synchronized. Cars flowed smoothly, without the usual symphony of honking horns and frustrated shouts. Paco, a man who appreciated the finer points of traffic flow, was intrigued. He had to get to the bottom of this. He approached the nearest traffic light, as if it held the secrets of the universe within its red, yellow, and green glow. He examined it from all angles, even going so far as to sniff the metal pole. The results were inconclusive. Paco knew he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The government, known for its glacial pace and love of paperwork, had somehow managed to synchronize traffic lights. This was a mystery that demanded answers. Determined to unravel this enigma, Paco embarked on a quest for answers. His journey led him through the labyrinthine corridors of various government buildings, each more imposing and filled with the aroma of stale coffee and unfulfilled dreams. He encountered an army of clerks, secretaries and low-level officials, each more bewildered by his inquiry than the last. Synchronized traffic lights? Let me direct you to the Department of Traffic Flow Optimization, one clerk mumbled, pointing Paco towards a hallway that seemed to stretch into infinity. Days turned into weeks, and Paco's quest for answers seemed as futile as trying to herd cats during a thunderstorm. The government officials he encountered responded with a curious mix of evasiveness and bureaucratic jargon, their words as clear as mud after a rainstorm. They spoke of interdepartmental committees, feasibility studies, and the need for further analysis. Paco began to suspect that the government was more adept at creating red tape than providing answers. Section 4. The Ministry of Synchronicity, where answers go to hide. Finally, after weeks of navigating bureaucratic hurdles, Paco found himself standing before an imposing oak door. A brass plaque declared it the office of the Ministry of Traffic Flow Optimization and Synchronization. This was it, the source of the synchronized traffic light mystery. Inside, the minister, a portly man with a penchant for bow ties and evasive answers, greeted Paco with a nervous smile. He spoke at length about the complexities of traffic flow, the dedication of his staff, and the importance of following proper procedures. Yet he never once revealed the secret behind the synchronized lights. As Paco pressed for a more concrete explanation, the minister's smile wavered. He glanced nervously at a painting of a bowl of fruit on the wall, a painting that, upon closer inspection, seemed to conceal a hidden door. Before Paco could react, the minister ushered him out of the office, his voice a frantic whisper. "You mustn't delve into these matters. Some things are best left unknown." Section 5. The Silence of the Governments. A universal truth revealed. Paco left the ministry no closer to the truth than when he had begun his quest. The government's silence, he realized, was deafening. They were either utterly clueless about the synchronized lights, a thought that was both terrifying and strangely comforting, or they knew the truth, but refused to share it. As he sat at his usual cafe, sipping his coffee and watching the traffic flow with newfound appreciation, Paco had an epiphany. Governments, he concluded, operate on a simple principle. They are at their most silent when they either know everything or absolutely nothing at all. And so the mystery of the synchronized traffic lights remained unsolved. It became a local legend, whispered in hushed tones over cups of strong coffee. The citizens of Republicalandia, accustomed to the government's eccentricities, shrugged their shoulders and accepted the inexplicable. After all, synchronized traffic lights were a small price to pay for living in a country where committees reigned supreme. The pigeons, meanwhile, continued to thrive.